Alright guys, welcome back to the segment. Happy new week to you. I hope your day started off well. So as usual, back again to let you know what's happening with our players, the team and everything in between. So more and more Super Eagles players continue to score goals for their club side to prove a point to coach Eric Chelle. In fact, right now it seems like all of our attackers in Europe are scoring goals. Yesterday we saw some great play as well from Chubakwa for his low side as he helped them to a 2-0 victory over Rennes. I watched the highlight of that game. It was a very, very interesting game to watch, particularly, to see the contributions of Chubakwa for that game. He was everywhere in that game. He had a contribution in all of their goals, including the goal that was ruled out for offside. He hit the post, missed a penalty. That was in the first half. He was very gutted by that. But then, he came back strongly, played a couple of, good balls, headed one straight to the keeper, which was in fact how the first goal came along, because the keeper, saved that one before Ben Taleb, the guy who came back after, having a cardiac arrest, stayed out for 8 months plus, but he came back to score the rebound after Chubakwan's header. And then again, Chubakwan continued to look for goal, had a couple of chances as well. He was completely everywhere on the pitch. He wanted to score, a lot of goals for that match. In fact, if all of the chances that he had, were converted, I think he could have easily gotten a hat trick, but at the end of the day, he scored a late goal in the 86th minute, which comes up as a reward for his good performance on the night. And he started that game, which is very, very strange. We've not seen him start a lot of times. I think this is his first start for this little side, but he showed why he needs to be playing games, contributing in every single attack that they had. And at the end of the day, getting one goal for himself in the 86th minute. He had 6 shots and then one goal from it. Played for 89 minutes. Some good performance from Chubakwan, and after seeing the highlight of that game, I'm starting to think that we really need to call this guy, to complete for Super Eagles of Nigeria. But again, it's still left to Coach Eric Chelle to decide who he wants to go with. But if you ask my opinion, I would say that instead of calling Victor Boniface, I would prefer Chubakwan to get the chance to come represent. It's not biased, it's not anything like that, but I feel like Boniface has had his fair share of chances. We saw that last year across the African Cup of Nations qualifiers. Boniface came, he played almost all of the games. Osimhen had to be coming from the bench because Osimhen was still kind of not 100% fit because of injury issues. But Boniface had his time, had his moment, but couldn't find the back of the net for once. So definitely someone else should be tried, because obviously we have a lot of options and we can't afford to be using one player if he isn't giving us end product. But aside from Chubakwan, we also had the likes of ORBAN, who came in for Hoffenheim to help them in their 3-1 victory over Werder Bremen. And that game was a very important game for them to get a victory, to help them stay off the relegation zone, rather. And right now they're off the relegation zone with 7 points, which is really nice, to see. And of course, Gift ORBAN helping his team to that one. That game ended 3-1, as I said. Gift ORBAN's goal came in the 63rd minute after they had to, one of their players, Soki, scored an own goal in the 7th minute. But then they fought back really hard and then got a goal in the 28th minute, got of Stars, and then Bishop in the 44th before Gift ORBAN in the 63rd. So he's going to want to continue in this form, to get enough playing time, help the team score goals, and get called up by the team, the national team. And as far as his appearance, he also was given the nod to start the game. So he started the game, and then he played for 76 minutes, one shot, one goal for that one. So it's great to see, everybody getting in their scoring form this period, because definitely, we are going to need goal scorers. We're going to need the guys who are called up to score goals, because the games coming up are a must win. We really need to get players who score goals, to finish these games off. But we also saw, in the NPFL league, a very important fixture involving two Super Eagles coaches. They are also the coaches for Super Eagles B. That's the home base Super Eagles. And I'm talking about the game between Rangers Football Club and Remo Stars. That game ended 2-1, a very tight game played at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium in Enugu. And it was a very thrilling match. The Savior scoring in the 30th minute through it's about free kick. Actually, that was a bullet of a free kick that he scored, and then we saw Madu Foro scoring in the 49th minute, and then Haruna puts one back late on for Remo Stars in the 89th minute, and that victory for Rangers actually ended the eight-game unbeaten record of Remo Stars. They've been cruising this season, absolutely fantastic performance from this Remo Stars team. They are looking like the team that's going to win the league this season, and rightfully so, because last season we saw how they powered on up until the very end, only being edged narrowly by this same opponent, Enugu Rangers, who ended up winning the league. But this season is looking like they are very serious and they want to go all out and win the league. So despite that victory for Enugu Rangers yesterday, they are still like 10 points behind Remo Stars, who have 48 points. Enugu Rangers having 38 points. So before that game, it was actually 13-point difference. And that just shows you how prolific and consistent Remo Stars have been this season. And all kudos goes to Daniel Ogumodede, the Remo Stars head coach, for pulling off, these kinds of performances from his player. There are some more stories from Coach Chelle. Of course, we now have the update that Coach Chelle is now in Abuja. Just came back in Abuja a few hours ago, and the expectation from the man right now is that he is going to, have meet with NFF, have some words with them, and talk about what has happened, the development so far, what he has been doing all this while that he had been away. Of course, we know some of the things he's done, meeting with the players in Europe, and then the ones that he couldn't meet in person, the likes of Victor Osimhen, Chus Ekong, he spoke to them on phone, and the Mola Lukman as well spoke with these guys on phone. So right now, it is believed that he has met with all of the players, whether directly or indirectly, whether in person or through phone calls. So he's going to give some report to NFF, and he's also hopefully going to see a couple of Nigerian NPFL games that will be played, this week, to see if he fancies any talent to include in the three slots that he was given by the NFF to include Nigerian local players.